Welcome to another episode of our match prediction show. Yeah, like I've been so inconsistent this period, and I'm so sorry about that. So I'm not going to take much of your time today. I'll just dive into the matches that I've selected for this weekend. And this weekend I selected Newcastle versus Chelsea, City versus West Ham, excuse me, Tottenham versus Liverpool, Everton versus Arsenal, Bournemouth versus Burnley, and Aston Villa versus Manchester United. Yeah, these are the 6 games that I've selected this weekend. So let's go to the first one. Yeah, the first one I selected Newcastle versus Chelsea. Newcastle at home, yeah, they can be a very tricky side at home this season. Yeah, they've not been the Newcastle of old, but they can be a tricky side this season. And Chelsea, they've been, after winning Barcelona, we don't know what happened. I think they've only won 1 game in 4. I think they won the Carabao Cup game against Cardiff City. So they've been so inconsistent to Chelsea, and I don't see Chelsea winning Newcastle at home. Yeah, I don't see Chelsea winning Newcastle at home. So my prediction for this game, I'm going for a 2-1 win for Newcastle. Newcastle to win Chelsea by 2-1. Then the next game I selected is Manchester City versus West Ham. City are gradually, or let me say they are, to my opinion, they are back in form. Yeah, it's not the City of a few seasons ago that were very dominant, but they found another way to win games, and they've been winning games here. They've been winning games, so I see them winning West Ham again, and they are playing at the Etihad, so I see them winning West Ham, and my prediction for this game is 3-1, City to win by 3-1. Then the next game I selected is Tottenham versus Liverpool. Yeah, Thomas Frank, I don't know what is really going on with Thomas Frank, and it's under serious pressure at Tottenham. You know, some fans are already calling for his head. They want him gone. But the question to Tottenham fans is that if you sack him, who are you bringing in? Who are you bringing in? That club, I don't know. It's a difficult club to manage. It's a difficult club to manage. The fans have to be patient with Thomas Frank. But people are already calling for his head. And this weekend, the pressure might increase because I don't see him winning Liverpool. Liverpool will win this weekend. And I see Liverpool, it's going to be a tight one, and I see Liverpool winning by 2-1. The next game I selected is Everton versus Arsenal. Arsenal title contenders. Yeah, top of the league, just 2 points ahead of City. And they want to continue winning because Guardiola is somebody that is very dangerous when it comes to this marathon. He's very, very dangerous. So Arteta will do everything to win. And I see it's going to be a very, very tight one. Yeah, it's going to be a tight one. And I see Arsenal winning and Arsenal to win by 2-1. That's my prediction. Then Bournemouth versus Burnley. Yeah, Bournemouth have not been in good shape recently. It was just Manchester United that may give them one kind of confidence. Manchester United, their club is just a problem. So I am predicting a 2-0 win for Burnley because a 2-0 win for Bournemouth, not Burnley. Pardon me, please, not Burnley. Bournemouth to win by 2-0. So because this Burnley side, Scott Parker, like I said, beginning of season, Scott Parker, you need to find another way to play in the Premier League. You cannot continue to play the way you were playing the Championship in the Premier League. There are 2 different leagues, so you have to find another way. And I don't think he has found that way yet. So, and I see him losing. So Scott Parker to lose to Bournemouth by 2-0. The final game I selected is Aston Villa versus Manchester United. This game, I don't really know what to say. I can't predict a United win because this is Aston Villa, title contenders too. A very tough side. A very tough side. I feel the best that United will get in this game is a draw. I feel that's the best United will get. Because we are somehow too open. And Aston Villa is going to take advantage of that. Oli Watkins and others. They will take Morgan Rogers. Those guys are dangerous. And my prediction here, I'm predicting a 2-2. United to at least pick a point from, because United have only lost 1 game in 10 matches. Yes, yeah, that's if I'm not mistaken. They've only lost 1 game in 10 games. So they might be a very tough side for Villa, but I don't see United winning Aston Villa. And Aston Villa is a very tough side at home. Aston Villa too, I think they've only lost 1 game too in how many matches? So it's going to be a very difficult game for Manchester United. But my prediction here is a 2-2. United to leave Villa Park with a point. So let's go over it again. I selected Newcastle versus Chelsea, 2-1 my prediction. Newcastle to win. City versus West Ham, 3-1. City to win. Tottenham versus Liverpool, 2-1. Liverpool to win. Everton versus Arsenal, 2-1. Arsenal to win. Bournemouth versus Burnley, 2-0. Bournemouth to win. Aston Villa versus Manchester United, 2-2 draw. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please click on that subscribe button.